I'm Jasmine Anderson. A terrifying Halloween mix-up on Long Island. A Manhasset man is now facing charges accused of pointing a gun at a 6-year-old boy. Police say a woman drove her kids and nephew to Rockcrest Road Saturday to drop a goodie bag at what they believed was a friend's house. However, went to the wrong house. When the boy went back to get the bag, police say Michael Yefen Nguyen came outside with a gun and pointed it at the boy's head. He was arraigned yesterday. Police are investigating a deadly domestic dispute in Uniondale. Officers responded to a call yesterday morning at a home on Newton Avenue. They found a 43-year-old woman shot dead and a 45-year-old man unresponsive with gunshot wounds. Police say he is now in stable condition. Investigators have not released the pair's names. A Flanders man is facing charges in connection with a frightening parking lot robbery in Riverhead. Police say Eric Contreras Guevara ripped a 79-year-old woman's purse from her shoulder as she walked into ShopRite yesterday evening. He was arrested a short time later. The MTA paid for a pickleball court, snowblowers, welcome signs in order to get its third track project done. Alfonso Castillo has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
The Long Island Railroad approved paying the Village of Garden City $1.6 million to repave this parking lot at the Nassau Boulevard train station as part of its third track project. But the third track isn't even on this branch. The project is one of many to be funded out of a $20 million community benefits fund included in the third track's $2.6 billion budget.
What are some of the projects that you're seeing getting approved through this fund?
For instance, Broadway Park here in North Hempstead at Garden City Park, they received $500,000 for repairs and upgrades.
Critics have questioned some of the expenditures. They include a new pickleball court in Floral Park, 2 new snow blowers for the Village of Westbury, a $9,000 Welcome to Garden City Park sign, and that parking lot repaving project.
That left a lot of us scratching our heads as to why a station, a mile away from the impacted area was being slated for community benefits.
While the MTA and local governments spend time and money on projects in the Community Benefits Fund, residents like Garden City's Richard Correo say they've neglected real problems caused by the third track, including noise and light pollution and other eyesores.
All of that money could be spent right here and should be spent right here because we are the ones who've been impacted and have had our neighborhood completely changed.
MTA officials and local politicians have defended the fund, which they say acknowledges the reality that communities near the third track have been disproportionately impacted by the project.
It was administered extremely professionally.
I feel like the residents of our village bore the brunt for the longest, and I think that it is right and it is understandable and it's fair that there would be a community benefits fund.
The fund helped the LIRR win support for the project from local governments that had, for years, fought against it.
And anytime you have a tremendous pot of money and elected officials, you have to be on top of it.
In Garden City, I'm Alfonso Castillo for NewsdayTV.
Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Tributes continue to pour in for beloved actor Matthew Perry. There's a growing memorial in Manhattan where hundreds of Friends fans have been gathering to remember the actor. It's outside the show's iconic apartment building in the West Village. Police say Perry was found dead in a hot tub at his LA home Saturday. A cause of death has not been released. Perry was 54. Sports now. It was ugly, but the Jets pulled off a win against the Giants.
Greg Zuerlein, 33 yards away for the win. Kick on the way, and it is good! The Jets win it!
Look at that. Gang Green beating Big Blue 13-10 in overtime. The Jets are now 4-3 and have won 3 straight. The Giants are 2-6 and mostly out of realistic playoff contention at this point. Checking out your hyper-local Monday forecast. Early showers, mostly cloudy today. Highs around 64 degrees. Tonight we cool down into the 40s. Grab a jacket. Tomorrow partly cloudy with highs around 52 degrees. And here's a look at your futurecast. Rain trickling in this morning, but it should clear out by tomorrow just in time for Halloween. And it could make a return Wednesday. Get a look at that green there on your monitor. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
The new head of Brookhaven National Lab is settling in her new job after breaking the glass ceiling. Sherry Einhorn has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
You're basically on call 24/7. There's a lot to do. There's a parade of people coming through your office wanting stuff all day long.
Meet Joanne Hewitt, the new lab director at Brookhaven National Laboratory. She's the first female director in the lab's 76-year history.
Well, it was never a goal. I wanted to be a practicing physicist.
She was originally a math major and didn't take her first physics class until sophomore year of college.
I was 6 weeks into it, and I knew this is what I wanted to do, because you could take all of this stupid math that I was learning and actually use it for something. You could use it to explain how the universe works, and there's just not a job that's cooler than that.
After grad school, she wanted to be a professor, so she applied to Stanford University.
I chose the field of theoretical high-energy physics, which is the single most difficult field in order to get a job. There were 350 applicants for my position, and I just feel very fortunate to have landed the job. It was the only job offer I ever got.
Hewitt is a theoretical physicist with a PhD.
The number of women graduating with PhDs in physics is the same now as when I graduated 35 years ago.
That number is the same?
Yes, can you believe it?
Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
About 30,000 students come through the lab every year from every age group. Hewitt says it is especially important to get girls interested in science at an early age.
Women can do it. You really have to prove yourself harder.
Now that Hewitt is in the top spot here at BNL, she admits there's no time for research, but she says she's comfortable with that choice.
In management, I'm actually contributing more to science now than I was by my individual contributions. I think one more paper by Joanne Hewitt does not make as much difference as getting a new science program funded at the lab.
At Brookhaven National Laboratory, I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
A true inspiration. Watch part 2 of our special look at BNL tomorrow and read more about it on Newsday.com. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. LI Votes 2023. Development and the EPCAL sites are just two of the hot button issues in Riverhead right now. Macy Eglin and Tara Smith have the story you'll see only in Newsday.
We are going town by town, highlighting the different issues voters are concerned with as they head to the polls this year. Tara Smith covers Riverhead for us. And Tara, we know the EPCAL project has been a debate in Riverhead for years now.
Yeah, Riverhead since 2018 has been trying to close a deal to sell 1,600 acres at a former Navy site in Calverton to a venture group that wants to develop some aerospace and technology at the site. Residents are really concerned about two runways on the property that are included in the sale. The developer has made some references to using those runways to fly in cargo for companies like Amazon, even though there's no deal yet. That has residents concerned about noise and pollution, so they're really looking to their elected officials for some leadership on that issue.
What other concerns have you been hearing during your reporting in Riverhead?
I think development is on a lot of people's minds. This ranges across town from the downtown area, where there are a lot of apartments proposed, to more agricultural areas of town, where there are a lot of industrial warehouse proposals and solar projects and things like that. Some have even called for a moratorium on industrial proposals in Calverton.
And you mentioned that their comprehensive plan has not been updated in a while.
Yeah, the comprehensive plan was last updated in 2003, so Riverhead is undertaking this project to update it so it reflects modern day uses and what the town is like now. I think residents are hoping that the elected officials get it right, because it will guide development in the town for the next 20 years or so.
Yeah, it will definitely be important. Thank you, Tara.
Thank you.
Read more about the issues in Riverhead and what matters in your town on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
I'm telling stories about these professional athletes, but they're still humans. And I think when we tell those stories, it really gives people a different angle into the thing that they watch every single day for fun.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching us this morning. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.